Oh, back to the beginning. I met Mr. Jose Garcia and Eddie Encinas, two wonderful community leaders who were in charge of this Mariachi and Folklorico Festival, and they brought me on board to teach the Folklorico workshop. I'm the director of Ballet Folklorico C.A.L.L.E, and that's what I've been doing for the past 18 years is dancing. And they brought me in here, and I walked in and saw Michelle, and we've known each other from Landmark.
Yeah.
She was a coach of mine in personal development, and I thought, no way. What are the odds of coming in here for Folklorico and Mariachi? And this is who I would get to work with. Shortly after that, I joined the board for the organization, and I loved the mission. I loved the purpose of sharing community culture through dance and music. And so I thought this has got to be bigger than big, and we got together and we made it bigger than big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I remember when I started at the center, it was 1999, and it was the first year of the Folklorico Festival. And just to give a little historical context from my recollection, please correct me if I'm missing something. But I know that Joe and Eddie were activists and leaders in the community who sought to bring greater civil rights and human rights to our city. And their organization was formed out of some history that wasn't so great in our time in Chandler. And the Mariachi Festival was a way to heal some of that through relationship, through cultural expression, and to have a better understanding of each other. And I know that was a charge that was given to me when I came in, was help this thing, help our community. And so when I got to work with you, because it was a rental event for several years, right? And then, when we had the opportunity to work together to make it more collaborative and really looking at your artistic vision to lead it, because really I look at our role as to be a facilitator, an administrator, a person who makes life easier for our artists and get out of the way and let the artists do what the artists do. And so you're such a brilliant artistic director. Where it has come and what it has become is just really incredible. And to think it's been 25 years is kind of hard to imagine. Yeah.
Yes, here we are.
Yeah.
It's a great way to bring more of the culture of the Mexican culture, Hispanic culture to the city of Chandler, and to welcome the people in the surrounding area of the theater into the theater. And we did that.
Yeah.
Oh, Michelle understood the importance of giving us a voice, of giving the culture, of giving Latinos, Mexicanos, Hispanos. She gave us a voice. She gave us a place, not only outside, but here on center stage. And that's where we also belong. Our kids belong on center stage. Our parents belong on center stage. Our community belongs in theaters like this. And Michelle saw that, and she saw the opportunity. Maybe I didn't know how to communicate that or how to get others involved to do that. But she saw the heart, she saw the vision, and she saw something bigger than I did, and we brought it together. She allowed me to be creative, to even dig deeper than I ever thought with my own creativity, with my artistic direction, and I think that was the biggest thing that led to the success of this event, is that you saw that.
Thank you.
And you allowed us to create it.
Well, I always view this place is the vessel for transformation, for magic, for beauty, for culture. And it's such a gift to just be able to have a role in that. I'm always so honored and our staff is always so honored that we get to be a part of the creative process, because it is so inspiring. And, you are so humble but it's one force talking to another here. This woman is next level. So I just have such a respect for you. So
Thank you.
it's been a long friendship, and it will continue to be a long friendship.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like it's, and this was actually great advice that was given to me by a woman who I met in the industry when I was struggling a little bit with the way that performing arts were programmed. And the way that the performing arts make it to stage is usually a sole decision by a programmer. And that felt very, it felt like there was a lot of responsibility with that, but it also felt off to me because I think that things should be done inside of collaboration, inside of practice of equity, of bringing other voices to the table and not just being a decision maker or like I deem this thing is going to happen. And so she gave me this advice when I was saying, I want to build these things, but I don't have the expertise. I have no deep knowledge of Hispanic culture. I have my lived experience, but and she said, well, why don't you get someone who really does? And I said, oh, duh. Yeah. So it really shifted my whole view of programming at that time to just get other people to do the work. Your job is just to give the opportunity. It's just to provide the resources, the money, raise the money, make the case with the board, and then get out of the way. And, along that process, you have some of your own creativity and your own joy that you put into the process. And, me, I'm an R&B person. So that's kind of where I put a lot of my love of R&B music into the center. But culturally, this is very important to me. I actually moved to Chandler in the late 80s when I got married and raised my family here. And I married into a Hispanic family. And I feel like it is in me, right? I mean, you don't get that out of you. It's my family. So the love of Chandler and the love of the culture here is something that I value greatly. And when you have creatives like Vanessa, the job gets really simple. There's not much to it. It's just, what do you need? How do we provide that for you? And how do we make it better? And through dialogue, how are we certain to hear you and make sure that we're doing our job to lift you?
Yeah, and it was such an important part to all of this because if you remember when Mr. Garcia and Eddie, the founders, unexpectedly both passed away the same year.
And very young. Yeah.
Very young. And, one in February and one in May. And we were in the thick of planning this event.
Yeah.
And I thought, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this, by myself?
I remember going to your studio and just saying, you have to. You're
this
the
has
one.
To keep going.
No one else is coming. It's you.
The chosen one.
You've got to do this. We can't let this thing not happen.
And through this, this vision that you had and this help that you had to rethink things and to look that beyond, okay, this is it. It's done. You saw something there.
I saw you.
And you made it happen as well, because I could have said, this is it.
Yeah.
And that's where I thought it was, and you're right, the support that the center has, the team, everybody, it is a team.
The team. You can't underestimate our team. They're incredible.
Really learning how to work together, co-creating,
Yep.
And throughout the years, just understanding, this is how we like this. This is how we do. Okay, no, step back. Let her do, and then we come together and work as a team.
Yeah.
And that's been really important.
Yeah.
This event and this partnership with Michelle and with everybody here at the Center for the Arts has been that bridge, that has connected all of these generations of families here in Chandler who have lived here for years and years, but have never been able to come in here for whatever reasons, they may have. It's just not something that our culture does, or the people around here. So by us doing this festival and involving the youth through the music workshops, through the dance workshops, and bringing these children onto the stage and welcoming the parents in here, culturally, that was a huge milestone. And from that, many families continue to come. And to this day, there have been different generations that have attended. And as I'm in the lobby, meeting and greeting and hanging out with everybody and welcoming everybody, I've met great grandmothers who have been coming to the show for years. Oh, I came for the very first time to see my grandson, and he plays the violin, and he was on stage. And then from that, more families continued to come. We had another grandma who passed away, and the parents came and told me, hey, Abuelita's not here this year, and it's the first year that she's gone. And so culturally, community, families, this organization, and through this festival here and the partnership has really bridged that gap with many generations and in the culture around the city of Chandler.
Yeah, and I love thinking of that. My mother-in-law, Isabel, who passed away recently, this was the event she would always be at. And I mean, that's the only event she came to at the center. But it was so meaningful to have my family. It's a different thing. You're going to run into people at the festival, school district administrators and community leaders and young people and older people, and it's just truly, it's been a great joy. A great joy. Yeah.
Thank you for bringing life, bringing life into something that was almost, not going to exist. And thanks to the partnership, to the love, to the respect that you have, not only for myself, but for our culture, for the youth, for the dancers, for the musicians, all the artists that I've brought, the respect has been beautiful. And thanks to that, here we are. We just celebrated 26 years of this.
Unbelievable.
So thank you for being life and magic and just that visionary that never gives up.
Right back at you. Yeah. Love you.
Love you.